Welcome to District Dialogues. I am Marvin Arrington Jr., Fulton County Commissioner, representing District 5. District 5 encompasses parts of South Fulton, the new city of South Fulton, Southwest and Southeast Atlanta, East Point, Union City, and College Park. Some of the great landmarks in District 5 include Zoo Atlanta, Fort McPherson, which is now home to Tyler Perry's new film studio, Porsche headquarters, Camp Creek Marketplace, and of course my favorite, the Wolf Creek Amphitheater. During this show, we hope to share information about organizations, initiatives, and resources in District 5 and areas that I champion on behalf of Fulton County. So let's get straight to it. I am proud to serve as an executive sponsor for safety in Fulton County and a member of the Justice and Public Safety Committee for the National Association of Counties, also known as NACO. In our Justice and Public Safety segment, we share information from partners that provide resources and information about justice and public safety. Today, please meet Officer Roderick Pittman Delancey of Fulton County Police Department's South Services Unit. Welcome to the show, Officer Pittman.
Good afternoon, Commissioner.
So, if you will, please tell us about the key areas of crime prevention that the Fulton County Police Department is currently focusing on.
Well, we focus on all areas of crime prevention within the areas that we actually are responsible for in Fulton County. We like to involve the community in all aspects of it. There's a very interesting statistic, Commissioner, that basically goes that 85% of crime prevention efforts, that greater portion goes to the aid that's rendered by our citizens, and only 15% of crime prevention is actually carried out by police services. So again, with that great number, you can see how important it is to have the community engaged and involved.
So we know that crime happens everywhere, but I guess, if you will, tell us about current wave of car thefts that we're seeing in Fulton County. And it doesn't matter from your standpoint whether it's unincorporated Fulton or new city of South Fulton. You guys don't care, right?
No, sir. No, sir. Not whatever, because criminals don't recognize boundaries, so we don't either. And it's very important that our community is aware that collaboration is key. We work with all jurisdictions, all right, from Coweta County all the way far north as Chattahoochee and all the others, because it's very important, again, that if a crime affects us in South Fulton, the contact that we have with other agencies, most of the time we find they're having the same similar problems. Specifically, as you spoke to, the issues with the car thefts and the carjackings, was something that we found in all 13 of the Metro County area. And again, it was the creation of a task force and those partnerships that we had that have helped us to curb those numbers.
Well, you know, it's very important work. We appreciate what you guys have done. I know there's been a drastic decrease in the amount of those, certainly the slider crimes, but probably in car thefts overall as well. What makes a driver more susceptible to a car theft?
Well, we say all the time, we have a 30-20 rule. And the 30 seconds that it takes you to police your inner car and not leaving a laptop or a briefcase or the charging cord from your phone, the 30 seconds that it takes you to do that, if you will expend those 30 seconds, you will more than guarantee that the chances of your car being broken into are less. Because it only takes a bad guy less than 20 seconds to get everything you got and be gone.
30-20 rule, I like that. So what's one of the first things that a driver should do if they're driving up to a gas station in order to help secure their vehicle?
Well, first and foremost, we preach this, and the most important thing is that we're always aware of our surroundings. One of the things that we teach to a lot of the residents, and what we found to be very successful, is to do what we call a victory loop. All right, and basically, when you're driving to the driver's portion of the station, take a loop around so that you can see the surrounding area. And again, if there are any persons or anything that looks out of place, go on to the next station.
Well, that sounds like wise advice. Um, I know some of these crimes have been complicated by these new special keys they have where you don't have to put it in the ignition. You just have it in your hand and get in the car and hit start, right?
Yes, sir. That key fob. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the key fobs. What advice do you have for people with key fobs and where they should keep those key fobs and how should they handle them?
Well, we say all the time that we want to share, and we want to, make sure that we're, considerate of others. With a key fob, we want you to be very selfish. I want you to take that key fob, and everywhere you go, the key fob needs to go. One of the interesting facts that we found in South Fulton in those crimes with those sliders is that a lot of people left the key fob in the car. All right, and the way that the technology works is the closer the key fob is to the car, you have full operability of that car. And only certain models, if the key fob is not with the car, will the car actually shut off? But a number of models, the car will keep going. So a lot of people, wrongfully thought, hey, I need the key fob in my pocket because, hey, it works wirelessly.
Right.
All right. But again, technology is only as smart as the user. So again, you need to be cognizant, again, and be selfish with that key fob.
So tell us about the Fulton County Police PAL program.
Well, as you know, Commissioner, and we thank you so much for your support, PAL was a portion of the youth initiative that the county came up with to kind of counter and offset some of the things we're seeing with youth. As you know, most of the crimes that have occurred, most of the crimes that are occurring in our day and time are happening by young people. And that was happening because a lot of times young folks don't have a place to go. Even with Parks and Rec, for whatever reason, there's just not enough outlets for that youthful exuberance.
Right.
So PAL came about, and again, it's successful. It's about 75 years old, actually. And for anybody who's lived up north, PAL is a huge, huge, huge successful program that actually keeps kids out of trouble. The old saying is the devil's workshop, or an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
All right, and so PAL stands for the Police Athletic League.
Yes, sir. Police Athletic League.
And where you guys, what activities are you engaging in with the youth, and where are you all doing that?
Well, as you know, the common uniting factor in the world is sports. So we approach kids from that aspect. But we do positive mentoring and role modeling. And also, again, the community is very, very much in need of barriers being removed between police and young folks. So we actually take that opportunity to remove those barriers. And we show the young folks that, hey, even though I have a uniform on or I wear a badge, I'm human. Right. All right. If I get dunked on by you, hey, I'm just like you.
Right.
All right. So we like to focus on those things and take those opportunities to build relationships that last beyond just our mere interaction with them.
All right, and how can our viewers contact Fulton County Police?
As always, in the event of an emergency, we want you to dial 911. For non-emergencies, you can reach us at area code 404-730-79111.
All right. Thank you, Officer Pittman Delancey. Thank you for visiting the show. We'll be back in a moment with our D5 Spotlight. In our D5 Community Spotlight, we give recognition to organizations and individuals that are striving to empower our communities. Our next guest is Dr. Tabia Akintobi, Director of Prevention Research of the Prevention Research Center at the Morehouse School of Medicine. Welcome to the show, Dr. Akintobi.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Arrington. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about what is the mission of the School of Prevention Research Center at Morehouse School of Medicine?
Sure. So Morehouse School of Medicine is a young school and has a really bold mission, and that is to lead the creation and advancement of health equity. And the Prevention Research Center, which I co-labor with a village, our mission is to try and reduce risks for adverse or negative health outcomes among minority and African American communities. And most of those are right here in Metro Atlanta.
I love it. Health equity.
Yes, yes.
So, what is community engaged research?
So community engaged research is research that does what we call flip the script. So typically when people think about research, they think about a doctor who gives medication, or even someone who's gotten a PhD or an MD who says, this is what we need to do. Communities, you all need to come on and do it. Community engagement flips that script. It puts community residents as senior partners in ways that we can help them lead us in how to make their communities better. It's led by and with communities.
Awesome. And how are neighborhood issues and interests, or how do you prioritize neighborhood interests and issues?
Right. So for us, we want to talk to the experts. And for us, the experts are not people at CDC or necessarily even at Morehouse School of Medicine. They're the people, neighborhood residents who are living, working, and leading in their communities. They're the ones who can tell us what is happening, and not from a position of what is needed or what the deficits are, but also they can point us to the resources and strengths in communities that we may not find on a website, but that are trusted and that we need to be able to advance the work.
Well, it sounds like great work. How does the work of the commissioner's constituency connect with the efforts of your center?
Your work the efforts that you all have advanced have been critical and integral to our work. So literally, the Prevention Research Center is about 5 minutes from Oak Hill, which is right there off of Metropolitan Parkway. And we are strategic partners with neighborhood planning units V, X, Y, Z, and T, and of course among those are yours. We've partnered with you all to conduct what we call community needs and assets assessment. Again, this is how we find out what communities want, how they want it, and the best way to communicate it. You all have been phenomenal partners with us. We try to get with what's already happening rather than reinventing the wheel.
Well, you know, it sounds like you guys are doing great work over there. We really appreciate all that you're doing. Is it only about clinical treatment or going to the doctor? And how can people get engaged?
Right. So it's absolutely not just about going to the doctor. When people think health, they think it's just about a pill I'm taking. But really, health is about everything. Health is about the political will to put sidewalks in some cities, some communities versus not. You know, the degree to which we have business owners who are advocating for healthier communities and partnering with law enforcement. Health is connected to all of those things. Even people's feelings of safety and security is connected to health and reducing stress, right?
Yes.
So here's a way that they can get involved. They can go to www.msm.edu, and they'll find out a lot about what Morehouse School of Medicine is doing. But in particular, on Saturday, November the 11th, we will have what's called Community Engagement Day. That is where we turn School of Medicine into a place where we have community residents in the majority. Your office and your constituency have been there. Anyone who is leading to improve the health of their communities is welcome. we want to highlight neighborhood residents on that day. And if you go to that website, you will find out how folks can register to participate and just have some fun and fellowship and get some screenings. But they could also be highlighting the work that they're doing right in communities.
So is this an annual event that you all do, the Community Engagement Day?
Yes, we've been doing it for the past 5 years. It's always in the fall, and we try to do it in, we look at the city schedule and try to make sure we're not competing with anyone else. But it's a great time. There'll be fitness demonstrations, good food, etc. But a way for community to not just think about health from the clinical perspective, but social capital, social connectedness, and that's what we want to bridge between Morehouse and Metro Atlanta.
Well, we thank you again for all that you do, Morehouse School of Medicine. Dr. Akintobi, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you so much for your work, Commissioner Arrington.
We'll be back after this short break. In addition to being an executive sponsor of Safety, I also serve as executive sponsor of Arts and Culture for Fulton County government. Externally, I serve as the vice chair of the Atlanta-Fulton County Recreation Authority and a member of the Arts Commission for the National Association of Counties, or NACO. As such, I like to share with you arts and culture organizations and programs in Fulton County. Today, please meet Kenna Redding Hunt, Development Manager of the Horizon Theater. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Commissioner Arrington.
So tell us about Horizon Theater and how long it's been in operation. And is there any particular style that Horizon is known for?
Oh, yes. Actually, we've been in operation for 33 years. We are in the Little Five Points area, in the Little Five Points Community Center, and the particular theater that we are known for is contemporary theater, cutting-edge contemporary theater that really changes the lives of our audience members.
Awesome. And can you tell us some of the name of some of the upcoming shows or past shows?
Okay, well, actually, we open a show in about a week. It is called Project Dawn, and it's an issue-oriented play. Project Dawn is an actual court that is in Philadelphia. It was started by a group of women who really felt strongly about this particular issue, and the issue is sex trafficking and the commercial sexual trade, unfortunately. So these women, there are 7 actresses in the show, and the women actually play the members of the court, and they also play these women who have been victims of this issue and are being prosecuted for prostitution. So, and the 7 actresses that we have is a multiracial cast, and there's 7 stellar Atlanta actresses that I'm sure that the public will know. And it's a really heartfelt show and truly powerful. We do a lot of community engagement along with this show. There are a lot of organizations here in Atlanta who are really dealing with this issue and who are working with Horizon, and they will come, and some of the women who are victims of this will have an opportunity to speak after the show, and then there will be community engagement with community talkbacks and panel discussions as well.
Okay. And what about holiday programming? Does Horizon offer any holiday programming for youth or adults?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. We have 2 wonderful holiday shows. One is, this is our 19th year of doing the Santaland Diaries, and this is actually an adult holiday play. So it's hilarious. It's about an elf. But it's, like I said, it's an adult show, so don't bring your kids to that one. But then we have a family series play as well. It's Madeline's Christmas. Then it's based on the Madeline books. You've probably heard of them.
Yes,
the 12 little girls
I've
in
got
2
4
straight
daughters,
lines.
so, yes.
And we have 2 casts of 12 little girls, so it's 24 little girls. And these girls audition. We choose a ethnically diverse cast of girls from all over Fulton County, all over Georgia. And they come in, they have a major audition that they have to go through. And once they're chosen to do the show, like I said, we have 2 different casts because it's a little much for one cast of girls to do all of the shows.
Right.
But these girls work with 3 professional actors and actresses, and they get professional training as artists, and they have an opportunity to be in a professional production because it truly is a professional production, and it's truly a magical delight for the holiday season.
Well, I know with the holidays coming up, everyone will be excited to come out and actually see those plays. The Santaland.
The Santaland Diaries,
All right.
and Madeline's Christmas, and I'm actually music director for Madeline's Christmas, as well as being development manager for Horizon. Yeah.
Awesome. Are there any other educational programs for youth, acting training that Horizon offers?
Actually, yes. We have our apprentice program that actually just began. Well, this is our 19th year of doing it, but it actually just started for this year, this last week. We have approximately 15 youth. They range from college age to young professionals, and they receive training from various professional artists throughout the city, and it's a year-long program, and it culminates in 2 showcases in the spring, one in the spring and one in the summer, where they actually get to show their talents. And these artists, these youth consist of playwrights, actors, singers, stage managers, so they all work together throughout the year, and they get an opportunity to work on our main stage shows. Some of them work on Madeline's Christmas and the Santaland Diaries. The other program we have is called the Young Playwrights Festival. We choose playwrights from all over the nation, young playwrights from all over the nation, and these are college and high school level students, and they have an opportunity to come to Horizon and work, spend a week in a playwriting intensive, and this is a free program, so they come and do this for free. And there's 23 young playwrights that come and do this program, and they work with national playwrights here at Horizon, and they also, that week culminates in a festival where they get a chance to write their own play, and then professional actors come and perform their play. So they actually rehearse it and they actually perform it. So it's really a powerful thing that we do with the youth. And some of these youth have gone on to write for television and for film. So I think actually one of them wrote Beasts of the Southern Wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, there's a lot of great things going on. Does Horizon offer any free programming to the community?
Oh, yes, we do. We actually, this summer, we just had our 3rd year of our free musical in Piedmont Park. We partner with Piedmont Park and the Candida Foundation and the Loredens Foundation, and they sponsor us to come in, and we do 4 shows in the park. This year we did a hit musical, Nobody Loves You, which is very funny. It's a hilarious musical, but it's based on a reality TV show. So it's very upbeat, and audiences truly loved it. We serve anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 audience members with that free performance in the park. And it's definitely a family-oriented environment as well. And in general, Horizon serves anywhere from 35 to 40,000 patrons throughout the year. So it's very important, the work that we do. And we're so grateful to the Fulton County Board of Commissioners for helping to sponsor our work. We so much appreciate you guys.
Well, we're happy to do it. It's important to provide good content. Tell us how people can find out more about Horizon Theater and where they can find you on the web.
Okay, well, our website is horizontheater.com, and that's theater with an R-E, or you can give us a call at 404-584-7450 to get tickets for the upcoming shows or any show or anything that I've talked about today.
Well, thank you so much again for being here with us and for all of the great work that you and Horizon Theater Company do.
Oh, thank you so much, Commissioner Arrington. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Stay with us. As we wrap up today's show, we would like to receive words of inspiration and motivation from Elder C. Markland, Tabernacle Baptist Church, a place of love and acceptance.
Cuba, Texas, Louisiana, Puerto Rico, St. Martin, St. John. All of them were pummeled by Harvey and Irma. I'm here today to encourage you. God was in the midst of all that chaos. God and his army of earth angels were there to support all of us. Remember this, God never leaves us. He's always by our side. I want to encourage you today, keep your faith up. You are a resilient person. You can make it. Spirit will not bring you this far to leave you. He's always by your side. Be encouraged. Peace, love, and blessings to you today, tomorrow, and always. This is my prayer, and this is my hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elder C. Markland. As we conclude today's show, I'd like to invite you to stay connected with my office. You can reach me by phone, email, website, and on social media via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching District Dialogues. We'll see you next time.